guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a very fun, mellow video. We're going to do a new products, if you hear my cat in the background, new products, get ready with me, and Q&A kind of mishmash of things. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button before we get going. All right, let's start. All right, so I'm just going to pull my hair back just because we don't want to get it in. I am going to, so from my last Get Ready With Me, you guys loved it so much and you were like, please do them once a month. And I was like, okay, so my last one was last month, and this one is going to be more from your questions that you had on the last video, and then also too on Twitter and Instagram. If you're not following me on those places, please do, because that's where I'm getting all my questions from and all of that good stuff. By the way, do you love my shirt? It says, I love naps, because I'm a tired mom. All right, so I've already put my skincare on. By the way, if you guys want me to review this new bubble mask from e.l.f., let me know. I was going to do it at the beginning of this, but then I was like, nah, I'll kind of just, you know, make a full video if you guys want one on it. All right, so we're going to start with the eyes. If I forget any products to mention, just look below and I'll have everything linked there. A lot of this that I'm using is very affordable makeup because I notice I've been using quite a bit of expensive makeup lately, so I thought I would just, oh my gosh, I have a Siamese cat, I think you guys have known that, and he talks all the time. Come here. His name is Moto, and he is super handsome. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, say hi. This is my little baby. He is 10 years old, and his name is Moto, but everybody calls him Momo. All right, let's get to it. All right, so to start the eyes, we are just going to go, I don't have like a shadow primer or anything like that, so I am just going to go in with a little bit of, I'm so sorry about him, a little bit of concealer. All right, so the first question is basically from my last YouTube video, and it is, what journey did you take to become a makeup artist? I've actually gotten this a lot lately. By the way, I'm using this new matte palette. It's from LA Colors. I went on to Amazon and I was like, cheap makeup, basically, or like affordable makeup. And this brand came up with some good reviews, so I will link it below. It's called 5-Color Matte Eyeshadow, and it's called Brown Tweed. And I'm just going to start with the lightest color right here. So my journey to becoming a makeup artist is kind of a long one, so I'm going to break it up for a second. Just going to do a quick rendition of it. I'm from San Diego, as we all know, and I completed school. I went to USD in San Diego, go Toreros. And then I worked in corporate America for a long time. I worked for MTV and IMG. I used to own a dance studio, all of those things. Now I'm going into my It's Judy Time palette by Pixie by Petra. And I am going to go in with this color right here. I love this palette. This palette is so pretty. And basically I went into corporate America and I kind of got my feet wet there. And I had always done makeup. I worked for Makeup Forever for a long time while I owned my dance studio. I did the girls' makeup for their stage performances whenever we would have shows and competitions. As you know, my mother is beauty addicted as well as me. And it's just always been like in our life. Like literally, she's always done my makeup for dances and things like that. And I've always just done it on the side. And then when I was in corporate America, I kind of got turned off by all of it. And I basically said during my job, I was talking to my best friend, shout out to Brent, wherever he is, if he's watching this. I was talking to him, I'm like, you know, I just don't like where my life is going. I don't feel appreciated, all of those things that I'm sure we all feel every couple of days when we're in there. If not, more power to you. He said to me, why don't you become a makeup artist? And I was like, makeup artist? Oh my God, that's it. It was like, it was like my life had changed. Like in that moment, just that spark had come alive. And I was like, that's what I'm meant to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going in with this color right here in the matte palette. And so at that time, Derek lived in San Diego. He was stationed there. He was in the Navy. And I decided what I would do is, because we wanted to move in together and he didn't want to go to LA at that time. So I said, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to move to San Diego and I'm going to kind of start my bridal career, because I know that you can make good money doing that, and it's a great place to start because you get to work on so many different faces, all of that. And so now I'm going to go in with this color right here in Judy Time. This palette, by the way, by Pixi is so affordable and such a beautiful palette. And so I started doing that. And I had a job. I did have a regular job. I worked for Sony Online, which is a gaming company in San Diego. And I did that for a little while until I could replace my income that I was making from Sony doing makeup. And I would travel up to LA every once in a while to do, you know, odds and ends and things like that, gigs up there. And after I was able to replace my career, and I decided to do it full time. And then I told Derek it's time to move back home, for me at least, I felt like. And it's time to go home and it's time to go back to San Diego. I'm sorry, back to LA. And so we decided to do that. Went to LA. I worked crazy jobs as a makeup artist, like some jobs I just can't even imagine that I did. But you know what? I'm so thankful for all of it because it taught me so much and has got me to where I am. And then I heard about, you know, becoming an agency makeup artist, basically a celebrity-based makeup artist. I walked my butt into a bunch of agents, and I basically told this one agent, you are not going to lose on me. You need to put me on your roster. And he is, shout out to Darren, by the way, from Exclusive Artists. He was the first one to take a chance on me, and I am so internally grateful and will always be grateful to him for taking a chance on me. He put me on the assistant roster. I started to assist. I was like part of like the apprentice for some makeup artists that were big then, and kind of got my feet wet there. That's like the biggest tip. You need to, if you want to be like event-based makeup artist, you need to find somebody that's doing what you want to do. That's actually a tip I feel like in all of life, is to find somebody doing what you want to do and try your best to be mentored by them. And so yeah, so I did that. And I earned my way onto the main board, and the rest is history. So that is how I became a makeup artist. All right, so I loved the questions from Twitter. You guys are hilarious. I'm gonna go in with this kind of orangier color right here. So the question on Twitter, let's see if I can find out. Shelby, by the way, shout out to Shelby from Twitter. She asked, why did you start YouTube? How do you deal with negativity? Why did you choose to choose a makeup artist as a career choice? And how's your daughter doing? And favorite band? Like, so many amazing questions. So let's start with favorite band. Honestly, I have a wide taste of music. And so I love a lot of different kinds of music, and they all mean something to me at different points of my life. So I'm going to go in with this kind of gold color right here. I absolutely love Deee-Lite. If anyone knows who I'm talking about, Groove is in the Heart, Deee-Lite, my jam. That group is like everything. My best friend and I, Brent, used to travel around a little bit when we were younger and follow Miss Lady Kier, who is the lead singer, and kind of just stalk her and watch her because we just loved her. I also have been singing since I was 8, and so when I moved to LA initially, the very first time, it was to, you know, do a singing career. So I just loved her. I thought her style was amazing. So Deee-Lite is one of my favorite bands. Also, Thievery Corporation, if any of you guys know Thievery, I love Thievery. And I love John Legend, and what else? I think that's basically my favorites. Why did I start YouTube, I think is her question. Let me just double check. My phone always turns off so quickly. Why did you start YouTube? I started YouTube because I wanted to be more in control of my life, and I wanted to do more on-camera brand work. So I've been on stage dancing and singing, and been in theater since I was like 3 years old. And so I really missed that working in corporate. And when I started makeup, it wasn't a thing where makeup artists were like brought on for brand things, and it just was a different time. And so I missed that, and I also wanted to kind of show the world that I could do it and connect with you guys. And basically that's why I started it. I am going to go in with these two colors together, the bottom two here. That's why I started it. I wanted to connect with you guys. I wanted to be in more control of my life and my career. And I needed a creative outlet that brought me on camera. And so that's why I did it. And I love it. I crave it. Like, now that I'm on a schedule, obviously, it's much better. But when I was pregnant with Gray, it was a really hard pregnancy. And so I had to kind of back off from it. And I just really missed it. And just, people, we all go through difficult times in our lives. And so, that kind of goes by the wayside at times. And I just always miss it. And so I just love YouTube, and I love connecting with you guys. And it just makes my day better. So that's why I started it. How do you deal with negativity? I'm going to be honest. People ask me this a lot, and people also ask me, like, how do I deal with really crazy clients, because I am celebrity based, like really, over the top clients. And I actually don't attract people like that because and I don't mean this in any kind of like boastful way. I just don't have that kind of drama in my life. I really try hard to stay away from that. So as far as clients, I don't attract that type of client. So I don't ever really have to deal with that. But negativity on YouTube, for me, I'm not so huge at all. And so I don't get like crazy people trying to be super mean. But when I get the few odds and ends, honestly, it's not about me. Their negativity has nothing to do with me, in my opinion. My mom's always told me it's about how they feel inside and what they're going through. So all I do is just try to send them positive thoughts and love and light, and I hope that their situation gets better so they don't have to make others feel bad. That's just simply it. But you can't be perfect all the time. It does get to you, but again, I'm not going to go on a rant about it because it's not about me, and it's not worth it. And wherever you give attention. So what do they say? Attention, where attention goes. What do they say? Where attention goes, where attention goes, energy flows, I think is what they say. And I really full-heartedly believe in that when you focus too much on negativity, you just bring more of it into your life. And so it's just not a part of it. I know that sounds like stupid, but it's just how I feel. We already talked about why I chose to be a makeup artist. My daughter, she's doing so good. She's basically 100% back to normal, back to her baseline, which the doctors like to call it. I'm just curling my lashes. And she's doing so good. I just cannot be more grateful and more thankful for how amazing she is doing. And it's her 3rd birthday on the 27th of September. Oh my gosh. Any of you guys have kids and then they're babies for so long, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I have a 3-year-old? That's just crazy. That's craziness to me. So my little baby girl is going to be 3 years old. So happy birthday, little baby Gray, on the 27th. We're going to go to the Redwood Forest, and go to Sausalito and have a little family vacay time. So instead of doing a huge party, we're going to be doing a small little kids party on the 23rd. But instead of doing like a large lavish thing, because birthdays are a big deal to me being an only child, birthdays have always been a big deal. So I have opted for an experience this year with the family. I'm going in with the Makeup Forever. I don't even know if they sell these anymore. It's an Aqua Shadow in number 6E. I absolutely love it. It's in like this navy blue color, and I'm just going to fill in this waterline down here. All right, it's gonna look a little crazy for a second until I get my concealer on and able to blend that out with some shadows. Okay. So, huge fan of this. This is actually really good. Great pigmentation. Obviously, great price point. You guys all should run and get this. Great matte palette. And I love their collaborations that they've done, this Pixie palette. I think it's underrated and not talked about enough. I think this is a beautiful palette. Very good price point. All right. So now I'm going to go in with my Givenchy new primer for the eyes. I've used this once and it really gives you a lot of length. So this is fun. I love this primer. I don't usually use white primers. My favorite primer, if I'm going to use one, is by Benefit. It's their Real, the brown primer. But this is really gorgeous if you want to have a little bit of luxury in your life. I just love the packaging. I think the packaging is really gorgeous. It's like one of my favorite colors, this kind of baby pink. Look how pretty this packaging is. It's so pretty. I'm gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna go in with this Mon Sur Big. Oh my god, my French, really? By Lancome. It's one of their new mascaras, and it's supposed to be very good, so we're gonna find out. You know, my holy grail, I have a couple of them, is Dior's Dior Show. My Marc Jacobs is what I've been doing lately, the Marc Jacobs mascara, and of course Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. And I still haven't tried Better Than Sex. I have it, but I haven't tried it. And I do love the YSL, the Shock mascara. It's just a little wet, so if you want that kind of a look. This is nice. It's a little bit drier formula. It doesn't separate and give as much volume as I like, but I think it's a nice mascara. So if you're like a Lancome fan, I think you can feel really good about getting this mascara. It's really pretty. It is a drier formula, which isn't a bad thing. It has a lot of separation. Look at that. Pretty. I don't even need lashes. I was actually going to attempt to put lashes on today, but I don't know. Lashes are just so much extra work. I used to wear them, but I ain't that kind of YouTuber. All right, so let's get to the next question. Okay, this one I really love. was kind of excited to do this. She asked, what were you like as a child? Sweet, innocent, or a troublemaker? Love your videos. Keep making them. And that's, is it, oh my gosh, its last name is Brew, B-R-E-W. Is it Margot? Maybe it's Margot. All right, so we're going to do this primer, though, real quick. This is going to be a first impressions. And I'm going to be, where did it go? Okay, so somebody asked on Instagram about the new J1 Jelly Pack primer. And I have so much product. I'm trying to be more minimalistic with my products, like not buying every single thing. So I got a sample from Sephora, and I'll put a picture up while I'm talking. But this is supposed to be like really sticky. It's like a primer that makes everything adhere really well. I don't know. Oh, it feels really thick, and it's very sticky. So it's supposed to make everything, oh, it dries down. That is an interesting texture. Woo! That is an interesting texture. Okay. Okay. It's so sticky, but I know that it's supposed to be tacky, so they say that makeup adheres to it. I'm not like a super big fan about that, but whatever, we'll see. If I like it, I'll buy the real thing, but always good to have a sample to try things out. Now we're going to go in with the new Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Foundation. I have number 4 and number 5. Again, I got samples because I do not want to buy more foundations if I don't like it. So I hope you guys don't mind about that. I'll put a picture up, of course, while I'm talking about it. But I've been really interested in this foundation. If you want me to do a full Foundation Friday, like wear test and things of that nature, let me know, because I'd be more than happy to do that. I'm going to use it with a Beauty Blender. And I'm going in with number 4 first, and let's just see. So what was I like as a child? I was super sweet. I will say that, as far as my mother has told me. I was also super busy all of the time. Literally always in theater, dance. I always had something to do. So I didn't have a ton of time to get into trouble. You know, that's not to say that I wasn't like super like I was amazing at like, you know, 16, 17, 18, 19. I wasn't awesome then. I was a lot better than I always tell my mom, like, you never knew how good you had it. Because I never really got into trouble or anything, but I normally, you know, I just did the normal kid stuff that everybody does at that age. But as far as, I was an only child, so I was around adults a lot. So, you know, and I also was raised by a military father, so a lot was expected of me. And the way to behave was really a high expectation. So I tried to never let my father be disappointed in me. I feel like I'm having a therapy session right now. But that was always the worst. Like how many of you guys, like whenever your parents didn't say they were mad at you, they said they were disappointed. You were like, oh no. At least that was me. I actually like this foundation. It's really pretty. It's going on really nicely. It has a really nice finish to the skin. Pretty. Might have to be something that I get to try for you guys. But yeah, that's the kind of kid I was. Another one of the questions was, what is my like holy grail, can't live without beauty product? And I actually thought about this comment for a long time, because I just don't know if I could say that, because I need a category. So what I decided was that for skincare, the product I cannot live without is actually two. I'm going to break the rules. It's going to be my Tatcha Essence. Hello, I think we all could have called that. And then my vitamin C serum from Skindinavia. I just ordered some more. I'm going in with the Aqua Concealer. I have actually used this only once. Light Fair from Tarte. So the Kevyn Aucoin foundation just has like a skin finish to it. It's not overly glowy or dewy. Just has a natural skin finish to it, which is nice. And then for makeup, I would say my Water Blend foundation, I just cannot live without. And then my Hourglass Ambient Light whole line. I know, I'm sorry, I'm taking advantage of the system. But those are kind of the makeup products that I can't live without. Now, if you were talking about like, oh, you're on a desert island and what one product would you give or would you bring with you? I actually would, that's a weird question for me to answer, but I would bring my Water Blend foundation. Oh my God, do I look crazy white right now? So I think I needed a number 5 foundation, but that's okay. Again, we can work that out. The concealer is cool. It's lightweight. It's pretty hydrating. So if you want a light coverage concealer, I'm not super into like this super lightweight coverage of the concealer, but it's really pretty. It's very easy to use. All right, so now I'm going to go back into my palette and I'm going to go into this guy. And I'm just going to start from the beginning. So I'm going to do this color first and then this color and then work my way. I also got the new Fenty foundation. There is just like so much buzz about it. Let me know if we care. Let me know if you want me to do a video on it, because I don't know if we care or not. I mean, we care. I don't want it to sound like that. Like I'm like super stoked for Rihanna that she's bringing out a line and that it's so inclusive and all of that stuff. But like for us, you know, like my peeps, are we into that kind of a trend type of situation? Let me know if you guys have any other questions for the next Q&A. And if you guys like me doing these, and I will continue doing Get Ready With Me Q&As. I mean, this is a long one, so I hope you got like a coffee or a tea or whatever you drink, wine, whatever. All right, so let's set the face. I got the Cover FX setting powder because it's supposed to be not super matte. It's supposed to be still like illuminizing. So we'll see. I'm going to take it on my big fluffy brush. You know, I don't love these type of powders, but we're going to see. It's nice. I actually like this better than the Laura Mercier one. This is just the Cover FX setting powder. I am going to go and get the Becca new kind of luminous finish powder because I think that might be really amazing for us, and I wanted to try it for a while. Okay. so let's move on. What other things can we chat about? I am going to use the new Pixi palette. This is not new, but this is, they just sent this to me, and I love this collaboration they did. This is the Glow and Bronze palette, and I'm just going to kind of go between these two and just do a little bit of face shaping. Oh, okay. I actually really like this question. So somebody asked me, what is the perfect lighting, because they're actually doing like lighting in their house for getting ready, like with makeup. And this is actually a really good question. It is the best lighting, like the light bulbs to get, is called daylight lighting, like daylight light bulbs. It is more of a blue light, and it actually obviously mimics daylight. And so that is the best to kind of get ready in. Maybe we'll chat about Derek. I don't know if you guys want to know about Derek. By the way, working on, my mom's coming into town soon. So working on a video with her whenever she comes into town. And then also working on a video with Derek. He just works a lot. And so he's not home a ton. And then when he is home, it's being spent with the baby, of course. And so I'm working on that video with him now, though, because he absolutely loves this stuff. He thinks it's really fun. He's such a good sport. Like with whatever I want to do, he's just such a good sport. All right, so I am going to go in with my Kevyn Aucoin setting powder. This is the Neo setting powder. I just want my under eyes to be a little bit lighter. Oh, look how much better that looks already. Well, in my opinion. Okay. That just is what I needed. Okay. All right, so let's add a little bit more dimension to the face with that same Pixi palette now that we have this. This Pixi palette would be great for people with fair skin and medium tone skin for contour and things of that nature. I don't necessarily know if it'd be great for super fair or deep tone skin. I am going to go in with this little highlighter here. I'm going to combine these two guys. So Derek is, like I said, is from Michigan. I think I told you guys that last time. He and I met, and we've been married. Our wedding anniversary is actually the 25th of September, and our wedding anniversary is going to be 7 years. And I think I was wrong last time when I said 8. Where was I? I was born originally in Minnesota, but I am from San Diego because they moved me there when I was, this is, by the way, Tarte's Exposed, because I don't have a new blush to try. And everything is pretty dewy. I wanted something kind of more matte. One of my holy grails. What else do we have coming up? So make sure, again, like this, obviously it's Thursday today. My post for the giveaway for Clarisonic will actually be up on Friday, and it's going to be a quick contest, very normal, and then Clarisonic is going to send you guys the masks and a Mia 2, which I just can't believe that they're like allowing me to give this away to you guys, because this is so awesome to have. Like, I don't know, I just think it's great. Because I use it every day. Look how pretty that is. Such, I'm loving everything so far. I think the foundation went on really kind of great with that primer. Really? I think it looks really great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in, because I don't have a new setting mist. I'm just going to go in with my Tatcha, because I want to take a little bit of that powderiness away. But that Cover FX powder is actually really pretty. Really pretty. All right, so I did my brows. I used actually Benefit's Ka-Brow in number 2, which I have been loving lately. I happened to pick up their 3D brow tones, and this is in number 3, I believe. No, number 4, sorry, number 4. And I think this is kind of a fun idea. This basically like highlights your brow. And so sometimes my brows can be a little bit one-toned, so I thought maybe that might be fun to add. This is a little bit more richness. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see that on camera because it is so subtle, but that's fun. But it's like it kind of has like a highlighting effect to your brow, which is fun. Why not? All right, so for the lips to end this bad boy, we're gonna go in with the L'Oreal Color Riche Matte Lip Liner in 144. And then we're gonna go with the new Pixi Matte Lipsticks, or yeah, liquid lips in Naturel. I did want to, I remember a while ago somebody asked me on Twitter what my favorite TV show is. And I don't tell a lot of people about this because I think it's hilarious. No, because it's kind of embarrassing. But I am like a long, die-hard fan for Supernatural. I have watched it since day one, since it started. Literally since it started. Oh my god, do you guys have one side of your lip that does like the right thing and the other that just does not? Okay. I absolutely love that show. I was a Buffy fan. I was an Angel fan. I love that kind of stuff. I love the supernatural. I love the sci-fi. And I can't wait for it to come back on. Oh, and I love Walking Dead. Walking Dead is my jam. I've heard Stranger Things. If you guys love that show, let me know. I heard that I need to start watching that show. My husband and I just joined this century and got Netflix. And we've really been into like documentaries. I love these lip liners. This is a really pretty neutral brown undertone lip liner. Love it. I love to pair that with a little bit of more of a peachier lip. Whoa. Oh my god, this is like my high school. Oh my god. When I was in high school, I have to tell you guys, I used to wear dark brown lip liner with like this frosted lipstick in the middle. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, I wish I picked something more nude. That's okay. It's a pretty color. I would definitely rock this color by itself if I had like a neutral eye on. So let me find something that's a little more nude. Okay, I'm back. I do really like the formula though of these liquid lips. I do really like them. Ever do that when you put lipstick on, you're like, nope, that's not working. Let's try this again. Let's go in with the same lip liner. Okay, so see, I like the tone of that much better with this kind of coppery eye, and then I'm just gonna go in with the lip gloss. That's a little bit better for me. It is a little bit kind of like brown lip, but I actually never really do this kind of color lip. So it's different and fun. I think it still goes along with the palette of what we have done. And I think what we'll do, it's always better when you let your hair down, right? All right, you guys, so here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed spending a little bit of time with me in this Get Ready Q&A session. Let me know any other Q&A questions you might have, and I would be happy to answer them on the next Get Ready With Me next month. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Mwah. Bye, you guys. If you stay to the end, you get a bonus of some gardening noise and seeing this look in real light. I just love chatting with you guys. I love being a part of your everyday. I love the comments that you guys give me where it's like, I had one recently, it's like, it's 2 a.m. and I can't sleep, but I'm hanging out with you, or, you know, I feel like we're best friends, or I'm hanging out with my daughter and we watch you together. I just love those comments, and I just can't thank you guys enough. And so yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.